Happy November, Sagittarius. This is your reading for the month of November. And as you leave some of the bumps that you've had in life in the month of October, things start smoothing out for you. This is a month of anticipation and good things coming to you. When I was shuffling the cards before I did the spread, I got a sense of you are being very protected and a strong presence of your spirit guides that are around you. That whatever you've been going through, that they have been with you throughout this process, that you're being very protected. The overall reading, the main card for your reading is the Chariot, moving forward. Maybe you felt a little bit stagnation in the previous months. Okay, and what I see is I see wheels and like the wheels of a car or something. And sometimes when you get stuck, it goes around and round and round and round and round. It doesn't go forward. Like if you get stuck, let's say, in some mud or a snowbank or something, and the wheels just keep going and going and going, but you're not going anyplace. Well, that's what you have felt in the past. But now you have the Chariot. So things are going to start moving forward because it has the Chariot with the Empress. Moving forward with prosperity coming to you now. Everything that you've worked very hard for is going to start coming to you. Because also we have that whatever, you've come out of a stage of, I call them life bumps or road bumps. And part of that is the Seven of Swords. The Five of Swords is that you are in the middle of a situation of maybe some deception, strife, difficult situation. This indicates that you are victorious over that and you're moving forward. So again, moving forward, Chariot. Moving forward out of this difficult situation, you've decided, I don't need to stay here anymore, and I can move forward on to the next step. So for some of you who have been hanging on, hoping that things are going to change, this is your message of move forward. Move forward. That's what they're saying, that, and you are moving forward, and you have the Seven of Swords, which means you've learned the lessons from that. You have the skills, the tools, so that situations that come up in the future, you will have the skills of how you're going to cope with that. Because we also have the Eight of Cups. What does that mean? That you don't have the full picture yet, that there's some things hidden and have been hidden in the past. Maybe you didn't have all the information of the situation you were in, and so there were things hidden. When things are hidden and you don't have all the information, and I consider swords like a way of cutting through and getting information. When you don't have all the information, it's hard to make informed decisions, and that's when it's important for you to concentrate on following your intuition. And you will get messages from your spirit guides, and you will get messages in ways through other people that will serve as a role for you as a messenger. Because Spirit uses people around you as a messenger. It doesn't have to be them actually telling you something. It can be you having an aha insight moment with them. And they go, oh, okay. Or it can be even that maybe you had that challenge, that Five of Swords. And then you look around and you see that other people are serving as a teacher because they're having the same challenge. And you have that aha moment. It's like, oh, I can see that's what I've been doing too. It's not working, whatever it is. And I can move forward. So it's getting meditation, figuring out what is hidden so that you can move forward, because you didn't have all the information. And as a result of not having all the information, you had the swords. You had the Five of Swords backing the Seven of Swords. And in the past, you have the Ten of Swords. So you didn't have all the information. There was something hidden, cloaked. And now that information is coming out. Because at the base of it, look at this. Seven of Pentacles. Through your hard work, there's the Four of Rods for me is happiness. Happy conclusions, usually a happy home. It can be a marriage, it can be an engagement, it can just be through your hard work. And with the Seven of Pentacles, this is saying you've been working very hard. There's the hoe, which means you've been putting in the labor for your harvest. And you have a very, you feel very good about the progress that you've been making. Because behind you, this is behind you, and so you know that you had the Ten of Swords and the Hangman. So the Ten of Swords and the Hangman is just waiting for an answer, waiting for movement, waiting for conclusions, and the Ten of Swords is an unhappy situation. It can be that it can be in various situations. Maybe you've been waiting for some sort of information from a boss, a promotion, changes at work, maybe property, applying for benefits, and you've just been sort of waiting and waiting and waiting. And the Ten of Swords, because it's been a very painful, emotional situation. Could be a person also. I got a little flash of it. Could be a person. And you're waiting and waiting and waiting. That it could be that you've been in a situation where you feel like, that the tires that I was talking about, they're trying to go, and you're not going any place. But you sort of had to give it up. And at some point, you're not going anywhere, so it's time to move forward. That's your Seven of Swords. Because what's on your mind is you do move forward. There's your Six of Swords with your hard work. So you have a couple of cards which are related to work. You have the Seven of Pentacles and you have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles shows that you're able to move forward. There was a situation at work, or it could be work overall, and that you're moving forward. So it could be that maybe there was some information at work, or some layoffs, or some, maybe they had some time that they were a leave time where they weren't getting compensated, but then you start moving forward. That's the Six of Swords. You're moving forward now. You were waiting, and now it's moving forward, and things start flowing to you. Things are coming to you now after you were stuck. You're not stuck anymore. Because you've been following your intuition. Your spirit guides have been helping you. You have been looking at the messages that Spirit's been sending you through people and situations. And that's part of following your intuition, going, aha, I can see that happening. I can see that situation, and how does it apply to me? I don't have to be stuck here. Because look what's coming up to you. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. Good things are going to start coming to you. Now, I just got a flash. Now, this isn't for everybody, and also we need to be prudent. That the Wheel of Fortune can be fortune, luck, and good results. So, this could be maybe buying, don't go out and spend all your money on buying lottery tickets or anything. Be very prudent, but maybe buy a ticket. Because it's like good luck, because this is the Wheel of Fortune, trusting in the universe, and happy conclusions. It can be other things too. It doesn't have to be the lottery. It can be that through your hard work, you're now trusting in the universe, and you're going to have very happy conclusions. Oh, okay. And here's the other vision that I just saw, which goes with the Seven of Pentacles with the hoe. That you've done your hard work, and I see like the sweat of your brow, and you're going, that was hard. Almost, like I worked hard. And here is my compensation, 10 of cups. So it can be, and it can be even things, you can work hard on different things. It doesn't just have to be a job. It could be applying for a job. It could be a project at home. It can be even relationships that you put in the energy to, if you have relationships that you are putting in the time, putting in the energy, looking at a whole relationship. Sometimes we get very complacent because we're so used to having the relation around us. Or it can be something that we assume that family person is always going to be there. And they feel, it's like anything. It's like the harvest. You have to nurture it for it to grow. Appreciate them. So maybe if you have young children, that's the time. Instead, I know how tired, people are after their busy day, but maybe it's just sitting down with them and having a little bit one-on-one, which is really saying to them, you are important to me. You don't have to say you are important, but you are showing them how important they are. Or if you're in a partnership, letting that person know, how important they are to you. And it can just be little things that they do, because we get so used to the partner around there that we don't appreciate all the energy that they put in every day to enhance that partnership. And through nurturing that, it grows, just like the Seven of Pentacles. So it can be relationships, putting in time in relationships, putting in time around the house or other people around you. It's putting in that energy. Because then we have here, and I had to put the sticky post-it here because I had the Lovers, but it's following your intuition and the Lovers. Now, this can be interpreted in a couple of different ways. Lovers can be a decision, follow your intuition and making a decision, or it can be following your intuition regarding a relationship. So depending on your situation, because these cards, this is an overall generic, and so you have to look at your situation. So it's following your intuition, which is sitting down and listening to what your spirit guides have to say to you. Then we have here, you standing firm in a partnership. This is a partnership. This usually is about work, and the compensation you want, and it's looking for the future, towards the future. It could be a partnership. There's your crystal ball. Again, use your intuition. There's lots of cards here saying to you, use your intuition, Sagittarius. You've got the High Priestess, and then, the crystal ball here. And the Eight of Cups is saying there was something hidden. It's time to delve into what that was. Then we have here the Three of Rods and the Magician. The Three of Rods is looking at your ships coming in. They aren't here yet. They're out in the harbor. You haven't decided yet. You're gathering information. And the Magician is that there's no limit. See, it's got the infinity over its head, and the Magician. You can manifest what you want. You're looking out there. So this is time of manifesting. Now, for me, I'll give you my example. Because, it's always, I find that examples are good because then you can see that it isn't just idle words, it works. I'm going to be moving because I've been in an Airbnb ever since I returned back from Portugal. And I didn't know exactly where I was going to move to, but I knew it was going to be around Las Vegas. And until I found a little town, which I really liked the vibes. And then I wanted a little house to rent there. Well, I found a there it is, the little house with the flowers, with the fenced yard for my dogs. And, I manifested, I put out to the universe what I wanted, and there it is. And so I will be moving this month to my little house with the yard, and enough room for me and my little pooches, my little dogs. So it's, we can manifest what we want. And then I'm working on my business, getting monetized on YouTube. I'm still not monetized on YouTube. And, building up my YouTube business, my doing readings. And it's all like looking at what is here, what do I want, and that there's no limits. Our spirit teams are with us. So, there's all sorts of prosperity videos that can help you, and you decide what you want. And it can be more than prosperity. Maybe you want a partner, or maybe you want to have your own business. But there's the magician. There's no limit. And then the final outcome is there's a little bit of everything's been going smoothly. But as we add things to our lives, sometimes then we have different things to address as they are as we're manifesting them. So this is a whole lot of responsibility and some 5 of Wands, some confusion. So it could be that there's confusion, it could be unclear. So maybe you're in a transition period and you don't get clear messages. So the 5 of Wands can be unclear messages, or it can be disagreements as you move forward. If you don't want disagreements, we could sit and not have any changes, and then we don't have challenges. So if we're in life, there's challenges all the time. And so you're moving forward, and then some of the challenges are there. Now, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I'm going to be, as soon as I get monetized, I'm going to have some things coming up, additional things. And I wanted to thank you all for supporting the channel. It's very, very appreciated. I love all of you and your energy and your prayers and kind words that I have received in the past 2 years. That chapter, I think, is over now, and now it's just getting my body strong. So I really appreciate all of you. If this resonates, I will have other, like I'm going to be doing some pick a card. And I appreciate all of you so much. So I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards now for you. And listen how quiet it is. It's very quiet. That's because nobody's come to the door for Suzy to decide she needs to protect the door. Okay, so the card that we're going to have here is the manifestation card. Let's put these right here. And this is the Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck. I like the Oracle decks. Now, remember that I want you to think about a question for you that you want the answer. And after I pull 2 oracle cards, I'm going to pull an angel answer that will answer your question. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the card that we have for our wonderful Sagittarius today? And angels and archangels. And if you want a reading, I have a calendar now on my YouTube channel with all the information and the available time slots. And remember, it's Pacific Daylight Savings Time, USA. Okay, what card do we have for our wonderful Sagittarius here? For the manifestation. Oh, this popped out. Steady effort. As you move forward, you find resources and rewards await you. I take one step at a time. I take one step at a time. Now, that's important. And that's something that I have said. How do you climb a mountain? One step at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You don't have to look at conquering the whole thing all at once. Step by step by step gets you there. Okay, so stay the course, step by step. Somebody has a home industry that you've been working on, and this is from the spirit, and that you've been wondering about incorporating it, and because you have a regular traditional job, and they're saying yes, and also, something about Christmas too. It might be a demand for the holidays, whatever it is you do. And that this is very interesting. They're giving me a message about, people are going to be looking at a couple of things. Well, it goes into everything. But to have something, a gig, something that you do at home that you make, or something that you make, and it's saying that this is a perfect time for you to do it. Why? Because people are going to look about ways to, one, support small business, because they don't want to support large corporations anymore. Some don't want to do that. I'm not saying everybody. And also things that like a gift that is more economical, and so think of this as maybe the market niche right now that you've been wondering, and maybe even if you just there might be some craft fairs or something around your school or activities or something where you can start showing. I think that once you start showing whatever it is, that eventually it will be very well received. And so don't be afraid to start integrating this hobby into a money-making thing, as well as continuing your present way of making money. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. And this deck is the Career and Life Oracle. Okay, oops. And I have these cards that didn't get with the deck, and that. Okay, let's include these. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Okay, of the light. Always include the light. We don't want tricksters around us. And my new house, I think, might have some orbs in it, like the house in Portugal did. So you might see some orbs in my videos. Okay, that was interesting. Is that the one that flipped? This is the one. Okay, this flipped out. Saving face. You may need to grin and bear it to maintain respect and keep your job, or you may need to smile and make nice to get the position you want. Okay. So if you want to enhance, even in marketing, a big part of that, if you have your own little gig and you're selling a product, a big part of that is your presenting that product and how you present that. Okay, angels and archangels. I'm going to pull another card too. And here it is. People skills. This goes with it. You have a flair for working well with others. You could be a diplomat, counselor, salesperson, or head of a company. Well, think about that. There you go. Okay, let's pull your angel card. Well, I really feel. I feel the energy just So someone is supposed to be a leader or a salesperson. I can feel my energy really changing with that. Okay, angels and archangels. What's our card? This is the answer card for you, Sag. Okay. And the answer is let go. Let go. Remember, we talked about the Seven of Swords, that you get the picture and you're like, okay, I've learned everything I needed to. I've got my skills. I'm moving forward. So let go of where you are. Or like the tires in the snow that went round and round and round. Just let go. Move forward. Let's pull another card here. And this card is no need to worry. No need to worry. Okay, no need to worry. And I listened to some of the other psychics about preparing for, prices were going up and products were less products. And I did stock up on basics. And I'm going to maybe make some donations for the food bank. I already did for one of the dog rescue places that provides dog food for people that can keep their dogs at home, that they can afford that. So thank you so much. And from Las Vegas, Suzy, Neena, Bella, and I are sending you light and love. Thank you.